Welcome! And on today's episode, just me, or both of us, we're going to talk about, actually forgot, let me grab my notebook over here. I'm thinking actually, I'm about to grab this notebook on this side, right? Oh, there we go, yeah. My hand is just kind of weird today. We are going to talk about how to be authentic and genuine online.
Hey friends, welcome to another episode of Tip for Tip, where you ask your marketing question in exchange for a tip in your industry. My name is Aaron.
And my name is Christian. And today, we have Doug.
So my question today for Aaron and Christian of Bit Branding is, how can I genuinely convey my friendship, partnership, and relationships through online media?
All right, so I think I have very practical things to do on 3 social networks. So the best way to come across as authentic and genuine on Facebook would be to use Facebook Live and let your brand or your company be more human by showing yourself and by showing that you can make mistakes and things like that. Twitter, do not auto DM people.
Please don't.
That's like the worst thing in the world. Literally, you follow a bunch of people on Twitter and then all of them just send you an automatic direct message that says, hey, thanks for following me, blah, blah, blah. Please check out my YouTube channel, and I also do a podcast. And don't do it.
Buy my book.
Yeah. And then on Instagram, make sure that you're doing Instagram stories. Make sure that you're showing who you are. And if you're goofy and quirky, then show that. And yeah, that's all I have.
So my answer is with a combination of what Christian says there, which is that be the person that you're afraid to be in front of somebody new. Meaning, like, so if I've known Christian for 10 years and I can act weird or act different, and that's really who I am, that's what we want to see. So if I make funny voices and I'm just like talking to him about business and I say, what's up? Then that's the personality, and that's really being authentic. There's no reason to try to be anything else other than yourself. And I think the answer, it really is that simple. It's to, if you're quirky, if you're funny, if you have a dry sense of humor, play to it. Some people are not gonna like it, some people are gonna love it, and you're gonna attract the right people. And it's a lot more fun to work with people who like you for who you are than to be somebody who, you know, they think that you're one thing, but you're really not. So
yeah, I think Gary Vaynerchuk does a good thing with that, because I mean, he cusses a lot, like a lot, and yeah, it probably turns away tons of people. Yeah, but it also attracts a bunch of other people. Right. So that's, I think, a pretty good example of what we're trying to say.
Right. For me, I guess for Gary, I don't really care about that, because all the other words that he says in between that are like so much value that I don't care that he cusses, because I want to hear that other stuff too. It's just something you gotta get over. You know?
Cool. All right, let's hear your tip for us.
So my tip for you today involves 3 ships. And it's not the Nina, the Pinta, or the Santa Maria. It's partnerships, relationships, and friendships. And at some point during your life, your work life and your personal life are going to come to an intersection one way or another. And the value in all 3 of these is what you need to keep in mind. You need to make sure that when you're selecting the groups that you're interacting with, in each one of those, there are people that you can count on, and more importantly, that they can count on you. So when things get in a pinch, you want to have somebody that is a go-to person for you to be able to rely on, that you can ask questions and can be a mentor. And at the end of every one of those conversations, I want you to ask, how can I help you today? And just remember, it's amazing how much you can accomplish when you're not concerned with who gets the credit.
All right, so the 3 ships. I don't think I've ever heard that. Partnerships, relationships, and friendships. I wrote that down. Have you heard that before?
I have not heard it in that context or the way that he explained it, and it really makes sense, because there's that phrase, that horrible phrase, that work-life balance. I don't think there's a such thing as a work-life balance, because your life can't be 50-50, and I feel like this falls into that. So like, you can't be friends with one group of people outside of work, and then at work you're a completely different person, and it's just like, eventually, like you say, those worlds are gonna cross. So I don't know. I feel like it goes with your question to us too. It's kind of like ties in that, just be yourself and attract the right people. But yeah, I've never heard that together.
Yeah, me neither. That was really good. Really, really good. All right, so question of the day.
So the question would be, how long have you been, or what's your longest friend, maybe?
Who's your longest friendship?
Yeah, what's your longest friendship? Like maybe 10,
tag them.
10 or 15 years or something. I like the tag.
Yeah, tag them.
All right, see you guys next week.
But before that, if you're a business owner and you would like to be on the show, don't forget to go to bitbranding.co/tip for tip.
All right, yes.
Now you can go.
Nice.
We'll see you next time. Bye.